I'm Sharon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I was rummaging through some old books earlier and I came across some pictures. Let me share them with you. I was looking through at some old manuscripts, like sort of copies of, like illustration plates. And I was looking at just how beautiful music itself is, just intrinsically beautiful. And, you know, thinking about the care and time that it would have taken to copy down this manuscript. So that's a medieval Gregorian piece. Oh, here's just a Handel conducting score, just scribbled away. I'm glad I'm not playing from it. That would have been tricky to read, I think. And this piece particularly caught my eye. A piece of music that actually includes the portrait of John Taverner. He was, in the late 15th century, very prominent composer at that time. I think that's from the Gloria Tibi Trinitas. In fact, I love that so much. I've printed it out, and I think I might even just make it into an embroidery copy, because I just think it's such a beautiful work of art outside of the music itself and his place as a composer. And it got me to thinking about the time that they would have taken to write these manuscripts out. I am mighty glad that we do have printing presses, computers now, which gives us that just at a fingertip. You know, we can print whatever we like, and I'm so grateful that we've got those conveniences as well. But I just think it's a shame if we move on to the new and lose some of that traditional manuscript skill. And I remember perhaps when I was doing my studies, I remember writing out some arrangements for orchestra, and I've still got the Conductors Pad, and I'll never use it again, but I just feel that I can't get rid of it. I just can't quite let it go. And the skill and the time that it took in aligning all of the instruments so that we could see who was playing at what time, that's really, really important when you're writing music, even in your 4-part harmony. I also remember spending ages upon ages revising scores, sort of remembering 4-bar extracts or 8-bar extracts to illustrate my essay points. And I'd have to write my essays out and then use a bit of manuscript paper and stick it and sellotape it into the centre of the passage or the paragraph. And it took ages upon ages, and I spent hours and hours revising how to quickly from memory write down manuscript quotes so that I could illustrate my exam essays as well. And I remember one of my lecturers talking to me, saying that she actually painted one of her bedroom walls with blackboard paint so that she could chalk out manuscript quotations and revise them and just rub it out and try it again, rub it out, try it again. I guess that saves getting through reams and reams of paper. And you think, well, it's all a bit defunct now. And fair enough, we perhaps don't need to do illuminated copies with beautiful illustrations at the beginning of each piece of music, although that's perhaps a little bit of a shame. But never mind, these things happen. We can't perhaps be doing that. But I do think it's a shame if we lose the ability within ourselves to write out our music. I think it's really important, not just intrinsically, but I also think it helps you as a musician. And so whilst we can take the best of the new, and we've got computer scores that will do that for us, I do really heartily recommend that you also take on some time and commitment to learning to write your manuscript neatly. We perhaps have the luxury where we can have paper almost in infinite supply. It certainly isn't expensive. It used to be really expensive. I remember that they used to come in yellow manuscript paper, in really thick quality GSM paper, and it was either ring bound or just staple bound. And I've got this really vivid memory of a piece of manuscript paper that my cousin had written out for us. I suppose it would have been for my sister. I would have been too young, and she'd handwritten out the theme tune to the Wombles in blue biro. In a sense, I think, oh, I don't know if she should write music in blue biro, but why not? Why is ink pen kind of accepted, biro not? Personally, I prefer pencil, but I do know that for some degree courses it used to be that you had to ink your manuscript in, and it had to be so neat. It was untrue. I saw my friend's university notes. It was like, my days, that manuscript is so tidy. And it's a shame to lose that skill. And I don't just mean it for, let's make life hard and let's just put more jobs on our plate. But I do think it's really important because it helps you to internalise the music that you are playing. I think it's so helpful in helping you to understand what you're playing, and also helping you to, even things like sight reading and so on, I'm sure is helped by the fact that you'll be writing your manuscript. As you write out the notes on the manuscript paper, you're very tactile, very involved in what you're writing. It's taking a long time, and so you are internalising that process as well. And as you write the notes going up and down the stave, that will help you to connect those dots, literally those blobs, to the sounds that you will be making on your instrument. And so you will start to hear the music as you see it and as you write it. And therefore, when you see a piece of music for sight reading, for example, as you see the notes, you've kind of committed time to internalising those notes, and you'll be hearing them just coming off the page. Whereas if you're just kind of typing them in on a computer, it's a very quick process, it's a very passive process, and it's kind of bounced off your brain before you've really given it time. I know that my husband, when he was young, he learnt to draw by tracing. That's kind of the basic start for any young aspiring artist. There are lots and lots of other techniques, but you just start off when you're very young by tracing. Now, perhaps it won't be helpful to trace the notes, but I do suggest that you perhaps spend some time just copying a piece of music. Maybe it's a piece of music that you know quite well. Just copy the main theme of it, and that will help you to connect what you are hearing to the notes on the page. And also it will help to improve your manuscript skills so that your notes are neat and tidy and easy to read as well. I absolutely love the opening theme to the overture of The Marriage of Figaro. And it's such a beautiful piece of music, and that violin one section that just starts the mood. It's so dynamic and yet understated, and I love it so much that we've had to box some pipes in years ago, and when we boxed the pipes in, my husband painted that opening passage for me on the piping box. So on the section I've got The Marriage of Figaro, just kind of holding some pipes in place really. Yeah, and I just love music. I think it looks beautiful, of course it sounds beautiful, I love to play it. But I do really think it's so very important to just spend a little bit of time writing it. So, okay, we perhaps don't need to go to the extremes of Gregorian manuscripts with beautiful artistic illustrations. And we can certainly enjoy the benefits and the convenience of computer music. We've got cheap paper. Let's make use of it. We could combine the two. You could actually even print off your manuscript paper and then write in pencil as well. It's a really, really valuable, valid task. It's also very enjoyable, I think. If you've just got 5 minutes spare, just a bit of calm, tactile scribbling of notes. Well, I think there's therapy in that all on its own. So have a go, see what you think, and see if you can see that it helps you to connect what you are reading to what you are playing or singing, and you will start to internalise those notes much, much deeper just by writing it out yourself. It's an enjoyable task for sure, and I think it's really worthwhile. Thanks for listening. Bye.